Hey there, welcome, good morning. How's everybody this fine morning? All right, pro tip, get more friends. Where is Acerbate? Don't you like it when people give you pro tips? We are ready to go. Okay, rapid challenges, 2-hour stream. Boom. Yesterday was a long one. 5-hour simul stream. Repunj Bansal, your challenge disappeared. We are streaming on Twitch. There it is. All right, let's play some classical chess today. I've been experimenting a lot with substandard hyper modern style stuff, and there he is. Aspeed, I want to see more competitive games in the simuls, dude. Excuses don't cut it anymore. If I had $1 for all the excuses that my friends and students, it's just out of control. All right. World Senior goal up. Move the goalposts. It's up to 432.5. Hold on, I was filling out a player. That doesn't have anything to do with it. I said no excuses, right? You get this? That's an excuse. That is the definition of an excuse, bro. Oh, I encountered this weird move. If only I could remember what it was. Oh. Just knight f3, okay. That's not a weird move. Sorry, my bad. My bad. That's not the weird move I was thinking of. Okay, this is like the standard way to play the Vienna. Or was. Maybe still is. Well, hold on. You mean hold on now? Is c5 really a good move? Quick development with bishop check. Or we'll go for the quick development and Acerbate approved. Acerbate, your simul run, I don't know, man. I need more competitive games from you against your own opening system. That is funny that you ran into bishop takes a 7 check. And, I wasn't sure when I played e5 that it was as strong as it was. But it's actually quite strong. Strong. You was there 100% with a good feeling. Why did you play bishop g4? You never do that. Seriously, why did you play bishop to g4? You don't normally do that as black and a Sicilian. Explain to me why you made a move that you normally don't make. Can you? To me, that's some sort of lack of concentration or distraction or something. Like, I just can't understand. Like, you typically don't play that move. We've seen dozens of games, in similar positions, and you rarely do that, if ever. But you played bishop g4 against me. I don't understand. What was that about? Quick development was the aim here, so I'm going to take with the d pawn. The theme is quick development. for this position. I'm just playing openings at random. I mean, this mm-hmm. Preventing bishop g5. That looks like a good idea. You're not leaving me with too many options. Castles or bishop f4. You know what? I'm not sure what to play. I am not sure. Bishop f4 or castles. Where do I want my king to be? That the lust for this pawn to advance. Every time I have this now, I have flashbacks to the Mendonca game where I had this like great position against that guy, and I just squandered it and like lost. The lust of this pawn to advance. Pawn lust. I wanted to castle queenside, get the open pressure on the d file, but I suddenly had mixed feelings about this. Speaking of bishop g4, like what would happen if he went to bishop g4? I guess I'd move my queen and my bishop could retreat. Okay. a6. That's a weird move to play. Can I just sack a bishop? Would you mind? Sack a bishop on h7. Get one pawn for it. I have no sugar for my coffee. Alright, dude. It's Windows. But replunge, I'm not gonna, spend 2 minutes during your game to fix the sound on my stream. Nice try, though. I have to take. Feels like he has problems with d5, but again, there's another little secret move here with the distractionary queen f5. Discretionary advice. The d pawn looks really soft. But it's not getting any less softer, because he goes like queen f5 or something, right? It's like permanently soft. Oh, I have queen d3, for example. Not a bad move, not a great move. I mean, c4 was the problem. c4, queen f5, bishop somewhere. d4. Bishop g5 is possible. Not awe-inspiring. There's also queen a4. Secure that shit. Alright. Yes, it's called Microsoft. Microsoft updates automatically change the settings of your audio. Isn't that good to know? When you update your computer, they take it upon themselves to increase or decrease the volume of your computer. How do you feel about that? Not happy. Okay. Wait a second. Black's play is like perfect. Oh yeah, that's of course. Of course. You sacrifice a piece against an IM with no time on the clock when you don't need to. I mean, using no time on the clock when you have 5 minutes to think about it. Dude, I've given up. You know, I've given up trying to teach Repunch. He doesn't listen. He just plays for time every single game. I'm getting really bored of it. I give up, man. I give up. You don't try, even attempt to listen to me. It's really weird. I have no sugar. Better for the health, but it's a shitty taste. Ooh. Alright. That's right, Asterbate. A perfect game by Black. You should have played Queen E6 last move. You should think a little bit more before you make your moves and show some respect for the opponent. Psychologist mentioned, and I was able to tell her that the update includes a measure to protect the end user's ears. End users. Well, that is so absolutely standard. It's like, wow. You guys believe this shit? Do we believe this? I don't know, man. I mean, color me skeptical. I find this shit a bit hard to believe. I don't know, man. It's just like, dude, how are you 1900 in Blitz again? One horde game. 9 Ultra Bowl games. Yeah, I'm done playing Repunch. I'm done. I'm not gonna play someone anymore who plays Ultra Bullet. I'm gonna have to like not play you anymore. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to kindly decline to play you in the future. It's just gone too far now. It's really an utter waste of time. I'm gonna politely have to say I don't want to play you anymore. It's degrading playing against someone who just like wants to play hyper bullet chess and doesn't listen to me, and it's just like, playing with followers. I am playing with everybody whenever possible. Black's defending like an engine in this game. I mean, using no time, it's just... My game must be much worse than I thought, tactically. I am playing Umut. Did you challenge the other day? Or was that a different player? Guys, let's get a gift sub for this week. Oh, we got 4 challengers. Hey, it's Miro learning chess, Heroku. I'm not gonna play people who play like hyperbullet chess. We'll just if you've played 20 hyperbullet chess games in the last 2 days, I am not playing you. Period. See a doctor about your attention deficit disorder. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. It's the antithesis of what I want to do. It's it's like you're mocking me, you know? It's like mocking me. I'm gonna finish this game respectfully and just not play Repunch anymore. He turns my 7+5 games into hyperbola. No relation to hyperbola. Hyperboles. It's a hyperboleous triangle. Wow. So after deep thoughts, he comes up with F6. What do you guys think the chances are that's the engine's #1 move? I have a funny idea. I can draw this position. Probably. But maybe not. No, maybe not. Maybe. It's kind of a crazy situation, isn't it? This is a crazy situation. Okay. Dude, I'm sorry. You know, you can't justify your play and your ratings. I'm sure that you don't cheat on a regular basis, but I'm a little bit sus about certain games you play against me. This is just like, dude, F6 after deep thinkings. The only move you thought about for a long time, move 26. Now it's a draw. But that's not the reason. I mean, I don't really suspect him of cheating on a regular basis. But I think I just refuse to play anyone who plays ultra bullet chess against me. From now on, it's just I'm not gonna play you anymore. Play ultra bullet chess. Don't come to my stream and play me in 7+5 like it's ultra bullet chess. You don't listen to me. You're wasting my time, etc., etc. Good luck, you know. Yeah, but I'm banning you because you don't listen to me and it's a waste of my time. I'm not banning you, I'm just not going to play you anymore. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not banning you. I just refuse to play any more games with you. Alright. Crazy House is also not an option. But if you're belligerent, I can ban you if you want. Wow. This is not a line, and it should be. It's weird. It's weird. No games. Perfectly natural line. At E6, possibly. Yeah, E6 was strong. I'm just not going to play because you don't understand the point of my stream. I was winning with rook E1. And I looked at it too, but I thought you had king f8. I rejected this because of king f8. Apparently this wins. What? Oh. Because I missed d8 check. Oh my god. d8 check here and bishop d6 check. That's what I missed. I would have played rook e1. Pichu. Wow, Pichu. Long time no see. Now I'm going to try to fix the sound. Asterbate gifting a tier 1 sub to G-Sounds. If anybody plays like they're playing freaking Ultra Bullet against me, I'm just not going to play them anymore. Period. Sound settings. Change system sounds. Change system sounds. Insane. Sounds recording. It's not insane. Oh my god. Okay, that's not the word I'm looking for. Volume, maybe. Volume mixer. Volume. Apps. Documents. Oh, I misspelled it. Alright. Yeah, anytime you like, I don't know why this doesn't seem to happen to other people, but delete a volume, resize a volume in a disk. Oh wow. I don't see it. I don't see it. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Oh, Microsoft has a new system. Okay, so now they've changed it from 88 to 91. They now lower your volume down to 91. Somebody made a very deep discussion choice there at Microsoft. So we better now? Alright, dude. So congratulations, you played the whole game in like 1 minute, and yeah. You had a lost position. I had a lost position. Was I lost? I wasn't lost. So knight c4, I'm still better after knight c4. Wow. I didn't see this line, and it would be too hard for me to evaluate even if I did. Alright, just a second, guys. I have to fix something. Okay. So, does my ass look big? Does that make my butt look big? Aspate, thank you for the gift sub to Pichu99. 522 gift subs. So the point is, I don't like playing people that don't listen to me and they only want to play like super fast. Use your time. You have increment. You have a 7+5 with increment. And it's like I played you 100 games and you still don't listen. Please don't play like bullet chess against me, man. It's just really irritating. And we play crappy quality chess. That's what happens every time. It's just like, I don't want to play crappy quality chess. It's a waste of time. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Yeah. And it's Monday morning and you're making me play crappy quality chess by rushing me. B4 was a terrible move. You should blockade. Like Luke Leon Mendonca. But no. You have to play hyper bullet chess. And then I end up like making bad moves. And I'm lost after queen e6. And I saw it, you know. Can you incentivize? No, Astrobate would never do that. He does this knight b4 thing, which is just unbelievable. And then doesn't even find queen e6. All that for nothing. You know, you rush me and you get me in time pressure, and then you don't even play the winning move because you're so busy moving fast. This is the whole point, dude. I have to take now, and I'm like gonna get killed on the A file. That was the whole point. So what's the point of playing bad chess? I don't understand. What's the point of us playing bad chess? I expected pawn takes here, which is actually a better move. But in that case, black shot probably shouldn't play b4 at all. All right. Hiroku, don't troll me. What about the move f6? Was that really the best? Was that really an engine move? No. My conspiracy theories. It's the second best move. You did think the longest on that move. You actually used your time in that move. And it was a critical moment. f6. Man, I honestly didn't think I was even better here. I mean, count the pawns. I don't know, my pawns are all flung afar, and I'm losing the d pawn, and my other one's weak. I didn't even think I was still better. It's crazy. I was afraid I have nothing, and I was basically, at this point, I played knight c6 for the draw. I didn't see this was good. Knight c4, rook d7, knight a5. I mean, I looked at d5. I thought, okay, I'm maybe a little better, but I'm not sure. Computer, take it for granted, but there's no way I can evaluate that position as plus 2.5 so easily. All right. We had an interesting position, but the quality of play was very bad. I'll give it at least it was an interesting position was achieved in that game. I just want everyone to remind themselves that you have a 5-second increment every move. That's a lot of time. And please don't play against me like you're trying to focus on the flag. Yes, time is part of the game, but it doesn't have to be the priority, and it's not my point here. Bishop c4. God damn it. And I just want to remind everyone that I'm always in a bad mood on Mondays. Yesterday was a brutal simul, and thanks to Pichu99 for coming back. He's a very old viewer. Not old viewer, I don't know how old he is, but one of our earlier viewers, it's rare that someone comes back from that long ago. So, yeah. Asterbate, the scary thing, Asterbate, you're not the gift sub leader, are you? That's Mr. Slow. We missed Mr. Slow yesterday. Oh, God. I don't know what the deal is with d5. I know it's a variation. Actually, what am I talking about? It's what I usually play. I don't know what the deal is with d5. Well, I sometimes leave channels for months or even years, but I rarely unfollow. Yeah, these years are going by a little too fast. Guys, I have a conspiracy theory. It's not really a conspiracy theory, but I have a feeling lately that time has been going faster. Just noticed it in the last couple months. They always say, like, as you get older, time goes faster, but I've really concretely noticed it in the last 2 months or a month or two. I mean, it's really bizarre. Here I'm going to get in time pressure, but we're still in book. Like, I don't mind if we're in book and Hayasmiro is instantly playing his knowledge of book moves. That's not what I mean. Like, that's okay. He knows the theory, he's playing it, that's fine. But we're in like a non-theoretical position. You're making instant moves. It's wasting everybody's time. I'm not here to play bullet chess. Go to another stream and play bullet chess. Not my priority. Anyway, enough venting about that. I don't like being rushed when I eat, you know. All right. I'm very confused by this line because there's like three different moves there. But I do like getting the hell out of this pin. You know, it's not fun to be in a pin there. So there's bishop e3, h3, castles, you know, and we had this discussion a long time ago. All right, f6 is a move, right? Speaking of Repunj, when he was playing less ultra bullet chess, seemed a little more serious. We had a game in this line. I also played Zen chess in this line. I think my first reaction was like f6. That is a move, I think. But I think this is what I played last time. It was a mistake to play e45 against Hayes Miro. I want to play the black side of the Archangels, Roy Lopez. Say ID. Hello, guys. ID. Nice to have some new viewers on this fine Monday morning where it's 35 degrees in Budapest. We had a good simul, sort of, yesterday, a long one. It was like a 5-hour stream. I have to read again. Thank you for the gift subs. Now we just need some bits for the week. Cheer your way to the top. I'm streaming on Kick as well as Twitch. So this move, bishop d3, I do not recall that. I feel like I'm testifying in Congress. I do not recall whether I faced that move before or not, Senator. Probably I did. Knowing me and my history for misremembering things, I probably faced this move, but I don't recall White ever moving the bishop unprovoked without getting attacked by c6 before. This must be something new, I suspect. So I can support the knight with bishop f5, which looks not good enough. Trade on c3, which is a concessio. Concessio. All right. Make a concessio. So I strengthened his center. It's hard to break with the c5, but it's the right idea. f6. That bishop's too strong. It needs to go. So I played like the stupid and obvious continuation here because he has me down 6 minutes to 3. You've heard the time perception also relates to the amount of distinctifiable events within a certain time period, if that makes sense. It does. It does. It does. Not enough people appreciate slow chess online. CID. But chess wasn't meant to be, you know, a TikTok video. I mean, I have thousands of over-the-board chess games under my belt. So to speak. So I know how to play long chess games, and I appreciate them, and I honestly get the adrenaline rush of playing fast chess, but I have enough self-control that I don't need to do that to enjoy the game. Yeah. So thanks. Anyway, all right, yeah, but Hayes Miro also has a similar problem where he plays too fast. He has it as well. It's like a disease, like it's a spectrum thing. You're on the playing too fast spectrum. I'm not literally saying you guys may or may not be autistic, and if you are, there's nothing wrong with that. But I am slow to a fault, and I've gotten slower. Okay, I'm not in any particular rush. I mean, my adrenaline isn't, a real high, and it's not a rated game. And honestly, a little more motivation would probably make me play a bit faster. This is a casual game, I mean, I'm not playing for $1,000 cash prize or something. And I mean, my goal of the stream, is to learn and to teach others, so to help myself and primarily the viewers to improve at playing chess. So I can't, help anyone improve beyond like the ways that I know how to learn from chess, and it involves thinking and taking your time. Um, and chess is such a rich game. Like why turn it into fast food? Analysis. So, bishop e5. That's very deeply planned out by you. That was a very deeply planned out stratagem. Yeah, he's kind of all over the place here. He's working on it. You know how many excuses I hear on a daily basis? It's either from myself or from other people, but yeah, this feels like the Caro-Kann. Now, why don't I just play the Caro-Kann if I want to get a position like this? I mean, this was e4, e5. Yeah, that's nice. If I wanted to play the Caro-Kann, I would play the Caro-Kann. Exactly. This line of the Joko piano is very, or it's very very similar to the Scotch Gambit. Sort of, extremely so. I think. Show me the problem. Oh, tomorrow is a tournament day where I may be streaming on kick.com again. The degenerate streaming site where people play gambling games like craps. Yeah, like slot machines, and Amaranth has bikini streams. I decided to stream on Kick as well. Don't send me PMs about it. Hint, hint. I like that. Like, there's this weird player who decided to send me a private message inquiring for demanding an explanation as to why I'm streaming on Kick. I'm like, wait a minute now. Let me get this straight. You're demanding an explanation about why I'm streaming somewhere. This is one of my I sent a message to my team members. He's no longer with us. I mean, it's just like, I sent an informational message to people telling them about my stream on Kick, and this guy takes it upon himself, after being accepted as a member of the Ponda team, to send a PM to me, like privately demanding an explanation as to why I'm streaming on Kick or something. I was like, and it was twice he did it. And I was like, okay, that's weird. People are weird, man. He's no longer a member. If you don't like it, don't subscribe. You can unsubscribe from the mailing list. You can leave the team. You can just ignore it. You know, it's like, why do you have to send me a message like demanding an explanation for the fact that I'm streaming on another streaming service? Seriously? Wow. Hidesmiro he's basically pure evil. I think I'm hanging on by my fingernails here, boys and girls. How are my fingernails? This is a close one. Extreme blockade. Extreme blockading with Aaron Nimzovich. Yeah. No, asking was like, yeah, politely asking. You know, some people don't like when followers send them personal messages or whatever. I never put that rule out, but it's like, yeah, he's like, this really unfriendly sort of. I refuse to blah blah blah. I demand that you explain to me why. Whatever, man. All right. Anyway, I just it's like stream of consciousness, especially on Monday mornings. I just share whatever happens with everybody. The continuous threats just continue to mount. How's my queenside majority doing? Isn't b5 good? Well, I don't know. I don't remember the last time I wasn't like faced with a direct threat. Oh, well, no, I was getting ruled on the king side. First I had to blockade that side. If I could play b5, maybe, but maybe not. Yeah, this is a really shaky situation. He played really well. He played really well. It was nice knowing him. I think I need to get the situation under control in the blockade department before I consider something like ever thinking about playing b5. Sorry? Oh, queen a7? You're gonna sneak in there? Try to eat my pawn. He didn't see it. No more screwing around. Oh, you're just hanging the d-pawn. Oh my god, he just dropped his d-pawn with check. Neither of us saw it. I can't believe you just hung your d-pawn with check. Wow. Duh. Why would you do a thing like that? See what happens when the game becomes all about like time. Just remember, you have 5-second increment. That's a lot of time. There's no reason to freak out because you're down to no time. It's 5-second increment. It's a lot of time. Standard increments are like 2, maybe 3 seconds. This is even double. 5 seconds is tons of time. Hidesmiro will tend to freak out. Sometimes. He was lucky that I didn't see it. And I'm lucky I'm like still alive here. So we're both lucky. We should consider ourselves lucky to be here. I had a very close to loss position, and he simply hung his whole game in one move. And now, it feels like white's still better, despite this crappy bishop on e3. He's relentless, man. Relentlessly aggressive. Oh, wait, what? What's that about? Wait, what? I didn't expect h4. Now you could start seeing the queen side rearing itself up. The Black River of Vermont. Still not so easy, though. What's he doing over there? Oh, look at this. Check this out. I can't believe you. That's so ridiculous. Oh my god. His plan was to play rook h1, rook g3. What about my pawns? I don't know if I trust those pawns. The central pawns are so dangerous here. Now he's like transferring his king over. Oh, okay. You're having a change of heart? I offer a draw. Oh, he doesn't want to draw. Ostensibly. I was trying to be nice so you don't lose on time. That's what you get for trying to be nice. I could just flag you. Wow, nice game. I lost on time. Wow. He's gonna sack the exchange on b6. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I thought I was like lost here, and I lost on time. But it's not as bad as I thought. Wow. I can't believe you declined my draw. Like, dude. I offer you draw in a totally equal position, and I even have more time, and he won't take it. That's so dis. I'm gonna get you for that. Look at this, engine number one move, and g4 you had. Holy shit. g4. Oh my god. Wow. 14 center pawn loss for white. 14 center pawn loss, 0 inaccuracies, 2 mistakes. Black had 14 center pawn loss, 0 inaccuracies, 1 mistake. And I lost on time. I was sure that I was losing to this exchange sack on b6. That's why I freaked out and lost on time. But the computer doesn't think so. And I spent too much time trying to think of like a way to prevent it or whatever. But I mean, this rook can't move. I can't move any pawns. I can move my bishop back. My problem here is that assuming this wins was a mistake. And rook e8 is fine too. The idea that I missed was this. I happen to have king c7 and king d7, so he can't do anything. I just walk over there and like trap his rook. In other words, if I don't have king c7 here, I'm like almost losing. This was a good game. That's fine, just decline my draw in an equal position with less time. It's totally cool. You're 1200. It's good. Every time I play this opening, I get a bad position. Well, honestly, Pichu, he has that g4 thing, The computer wanted to do that earlier, for example, sacrifice a pawn with g4. I mean, that's very problematic. Yeah, I never remember that this is the move for some reason. What the heck? So bishop d3 is main line. Alright. Bishop d3 is main line. Well, that's weird. I played bishop g4 3 times already. All against you. And I can't remember. I remember the game against Zen Chess from 2022. I would be surprised if I don't have more than these games somehow, but... Okay, I knew 97 was a line. And now we're back in a line I've never played before. F5 is the main move. Okay. Yeah, so, wow, there's a TN here. C5. Greetings, anonymous player. I had no clue that this was playable because, obviously my e-pawn is evaporating. This is quite interesting, but obviously black would have probably like 0 winning chances. Such a position. Knight eg5. That's a cool line, but it just doesn't look like it would leave black winning chances. Although I don't know if this line does in any case. So this is like a concession. Yeah, I mean, knight takes c3 is passive. I'm supposed to play f5. Okay. And now the engine says the best move is castles, but no one ever played that. Why? Completely interesting position. E takes f6 is like fine for black. Alright, anyway. On to the next game. Horrible like me. What happened to Astrobate? Oh. Oh. Alright. Yeah, pretty standard morning here. We're the sire. Call me sire. The name is Sire. Hey, how's that Alaskan tsunami coming, bro? Had any good tsunamis lately? I like to stay up to date on current events. They had an Alaskan tsunami warming. Tsunami. A tsunami warming. Tsunami warming party. It was very far away. The Aleutian Islands. Yeah. I thought it was like the size of Delaware. Um, can I win a game today? You guys are too good. Man, that variation is makes you not want to play e4 e5 anymore. It's just like no chance to win for black. I guess that's the problem with e4 e5 really. It's too sort of classical for black to be able to get an advantage. The point is like e4 e5 just isn't that counter-attacking and dynamic. That's why I never played e4 e5. I'm a good counter-attacker, generally speaking. But I tried to teach myself to play e4 e5 in the last... very slowly over the last 20 years. Very, very slowly. This is my new fetish. I think Hayes Hero also beat me in this. I guess e5 is the best move when you get into a type of Philidor. Philidor with a6. Kind of, it almost feels like a Spanish as well. You're tempting me into trading my center off. Yeah, I think that's the general idea. That's maybe a modern idea, or maybe not, but I guess if you go back in history to classical players, you know, there's some people who only played e4 e5 with black, you know, aggressive players, strong players, who when they were white or whatever, you know, they were like killers. I think like Paul Keres, for example, he won some nice games as black in the Lopez. But I don't know what he would have done if he would have played that thing that Hayes Miro just played. You know, the boring Joko. It's not that boring actually. I just want to like hurt its feelings since it beat me. Well, he didn't really beat me. In a strict sense, I lost on time in an equal position. But I didn't know it was equal. I thought I was in trouble. Didn't wait. Well, I mean, if you take like today, for example, and you use like Nepomniachtchi or something as an example, I mean, people have started to play, like top players have started to play. I mean, look at the way that Nepomniachtchi played in the World Championship match. The way he plays the white side of like e4, e5. It's, you know, not the most exciting. There's this construction going on. It's just reminding me of like when I was living in the United States and people were using lawnmowers. I don't know, Heroku. Heroku has no problems with playing aggressively. Too aggressively. It's his specialty. I don't think the Fischer chess is going to replace any normal chess. It would be too difficult for people to change. People don't like change. It drives me crazy, honestly. I thought I liked Fischer chess at first, but then I realized, like, I hate it. I think that Fischer is kind of like taboo because of his anti-Semitic history. So it's better not to like name it after him. Not just his anti-Semitism, but also he was just freaking crazy. You know, he had a lot of issues. I mean, Fischer was problematic on many levels. I don't think it's like the best advertisement for chess to name like something after him. It's not just about the anti-Semitism. You could write a list of things that Fischer did that were controversial. He's not really the best, marketing. Strategy. How about c5? That drops a pawn. Okay, that's good. Queen a3. Heroku is totally unprincipled. Are you going to castle queenside? Have you decided yet? I mean, he's not totally unprincipled. That's not fair. He's too unprincipled. I'm going to put it that way. He's not principled enough. It also seems weird to name a chess variant after a person. I mean, okay. Well, how's your queen doing? Oh, I get it. You're gonna play queen b3. I don't know. I can't play chess 960 because I'm terrible in the opening stage. I need the chess opening theory. I'm just like awful. Heroku, you have a very strange but interesting home developed style, let's say. Homemade. It sounds like there's like a swarm of bees outside. I don't understand what they're doing now. I built like a wall on my. I can't even open the windows. And it's not even right outside my house. It's like down the street. They're ripping up the whole cross street, up and down, to dig out like giant pipes and stuff, replacing the whole pipe system. A very old part of Budapest. Sense of Discovery, the Discovery Channel. That queen is illin. So I could play b4. Position, it breaks up my pawn structure. Another interesting move is c5. Uh, but ultimately, like, what's the point of c5? That's a good question. Yeah, I mean, I'm not happy with this move, but I'm running out of time, dude. Everyone is like so strong. I don't know. Everyone is amazingly strong. Everyone that I play. It doesn't matter what the rating is 1800, 1900, 2000. It's hard to beat any of you guys. I like just playing anonymous players and like just killing them. Queen a4. That's like a spite move. I'm going to play queen a4 just because I don't want to trade queens. Not a very scientific approach, I would say. Actually losing a pawn because he insists on not trading queens. Yeah. He had a perfectly okay position because he's like refusing to exchange queens. He's going to lose the game. Exchanging queens is against my religion. Dude, look at this position. I make a terrible compromise with b4, and he should just take. Actually, queen takes was what I expected. Of course. Queen takes. Maybe he really thought he couldn't trade queens or something. Wow. So, my opinion, your game was fine up till move 20. Not fine, okay, but you got to a fine position. The position was okay until, up until this point, you're okay still. I didn't like b4, but I'm in time pressure again. Let's take a quick look. Bishop d3, not great. Yeah, e5 is the best move. It's a weird Philidor. Where bishop d3 isn't it just isn't a great square for a bishop. That's the problem here. I had knight g4 right away. Oh man, I'm such a fish. That's even better. Wow. So f4 apparently better. The h4 was aggressive though. This was an interesting position. And knight e3. Avoiding exchanges. Yeah, so it was actually perfectly fine. Unfortunately, my c6 was slow. And then queen a4 is totally bizarre. And this is really bad. Queen b6. It's a good question as to why I didn't play queen b6. That is a really good question. Alright. And then knight g5. Castles. Castles. Queen b6. Rook e1. And I didn't know what to do here. Wow, it turns out b4 is the best move. I'm actually surprised. I have to say, I thought I made a mistake and I was being impatient with b4, and there would be something better, but there just isn't. Wow. There just isn't. So I'm actually better here. Queen b4, queen b4, pawn b4. I mean, I guess I'm a pessimist by nature. I just didn't like my pawn structure. My pawn structure gets all shredded, you know. His pawn structure shredded as well. Shredded wheat. So I'm playing a little bit better. All right, this game was a little bit better. Learning cheese. That was my best game today. So far. No bullet. No hyper bullet. Use your increment. Take your time. Shredded. Asabi, what is your ALO? Asabi just has an online. He only has played online. He doesn't have like a live rating. Asabi's ELO would be, I would say his ELO rating would be like 1400. 1300, 1400. ELO ratings are, you know, not as inflated as online ratings. NetOG, the OG, stands for OG. What's up, man? Good morning. Good, very early morning. 7 a.m. Hit the alarm clock. Ah, don't you love Monday mornings? But NetOG is a positive guy. I'm not a morning person, man. 12 a.m. is too early for me. You've never played over the board. Aspie just threatens to do that. He threatens to sign up. The problem is like all the casinos have banned him or something. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, they usually host the chess tournaments in Vegas at hotel casinos, right? So if you were like a blackjack card counter, well, you could still go in the hotel probably. Just yeah, I guess you could still play in the chess tournament even if he was a card counter. They just ban you from the casino part. Well, they can't even prevent them from going in, but they still just like they know them at the tables. Has to be it's not a card counter. All right. He found out that FIDE dues and USCF dues gonna charge me $1,000. Astrobate is big on conspiracy theories, dude. Astrobate's also paying like he's paying Streamlabs for Streamlabs membership. Yeah, I never heard of anyone like paying dues for FIDE, but I'm sure they would accept it if you wanted. Like I think chess federations have to pay dues. Astrobate, did you try to start your own chess federation? Is that what happened there? I think he tried to start his own chess federation. Oh, okay. What happened there? I hate that like microboard that pops up. Astrobate, first of all, yeah. You need to make like a GoFundMe for chess tournaments. GoFundMe is so like 2000s. You need to make a GoFundMe for like a homeless person and then funnel all the money to cars and like those guys in New Jersey did and got arrested. Um, Funnel all the money to yourself. Be like a politician. Be like George Santos. I'm gonna make a GoFundMe for my upcoming like class action anti monopoly lawsuit that I'm gonna file against like the evil chess site. USCF dues aren't that much. Just tell them you don't want their stupid magazine. Sign up for the like no magazine option. And you don't have to pay for FIDE. Dude, you can find a chess club. They have like a Las Vegas chess club probably. No? I used to have a chess playing friend who lived in Vegas. Well, I don't know about a club, but they used to have tournaments. Alright. This is old school. You would think there'd be it's a big enough city, there would be like a regular like weekly chess club. Yeah, they do. But Asterbate doesn't like it because he can't ban or report his opponents. Wait. Yeah, what's up with that? Bishop c4. I had a game like this with black against Igor, my friend Igor once. I was just thinking about old games yesterday. I have fairly good recollection of most of my older games. Spoiler. Thanks for the spoiler, but I did consider it, of course. I don't know. Maybe it is. Yeah. I think that Gingy would say I should play like knight d2 now to avoid that, probably. But like, how am I ever gonna put my bishop on c4? Yeah, maybe knight d2 is better. I mean, as far as knight c4 ideas go, I mean, I don't think this is like the worst one for white. It's not that bad. But the idea was to sneak it past him, you know, so he doesn't find it. And we did. There's also e5 here. Isn't that kind of a serious problem for black? Well, Roman was the one who, you know, the only like title player I ever really worked with, and this was one of his like fixed variations. H3 against the Pierts. I had this old chess base file on floppy disk with Roman's like analysis, which was basically just nothing. But this was it was optimistic, you know, like, oh, it's just good for white. It's not that great. Um, no, but black has resources. H3 is only great, really, like if black doesn't know what it, it's no better than any other line. I mean, I think ultimately. Yeah. But interestingly, when I played the black side of the Pierts against Igor, who's an expert on the Pierts, and I don't know what I was thinking, um, Igor taught me this idea of maneuvering like Queen B1, Queen A2, which is a really, I thought I was always like impressed by that. It's an unusual and pretty cool maneuver. Yes. But I mean, it probably has a basis in something like Petrosian's games that I just am too unfamiliar with. Guys, I'm gonna keep streaming for about another 30 minutes. Then we're off. Anonymous gifter gave Say ID a tier 1 sub. Who is that anonymous gifter anyway? It looks like a Pac-Man ghost. Anonymous gifter. An anonymous drifter just gave Say ID a tier 1 sub. Thank you, anonymous drifter. Is that... Wait, is that a Kraken? Mr. Coffee put a Kraken. Is that like the crypto exchange emote? Save the Krakens, Mr. Coffee. I was just trying to like check out the Kraken site the other day, their crypto exchange, and I freaked out because it was like Bitcoin 27,000, and then I realized it was in euros. I was like, oh my god, Bitcoin dropped by 3,000. It was weird to see a site that operates in euros. I think that's Kraken, man. That's like the... If it's not, it's like... If that's not the Kraken emote, it's like definitely a copyright infringement. That's exactly the Kraken icon. Although maybe it has like 3 legs instead of 4 or something. I don't know. A mutated elephant. Wow. Rook takes f3. That is a neat idea. Oh my god. So queen takes f3 knight e5 and I like lose a piece? I don't believe it. Nice that Learning Chess used their time today, though. That's refreshing. Okay, there is a methodology here, but I don't think it's gonna work. Queen takes knight e5. Like, try to pin it. Knight e5, queen e3, bishop e6, f4, knight f7. Queen e6, knight takes g5. No, I just have to take with the pawn. I mean, that's... It is what it is, you know? It is what it is. You have to take with the pawn. The Kraken's Kraken. I want to start a non-profit political action committee called Save the Krakens, so that I can get like stupid people to donate money to me for saving an animal that doesn't exist. Just to see how stupid people are. Would you donate to support the Krakens? Do I have any choice here in this matter? Krakens deserve a right to exist. Help us fund salvaging their habitat. That's pretty good. Did you think of that yourself, Nedog? I'm proud of you. Did you come up with that yourself? So juvenile and wonderful. I'm afraid he would get confused with that loopy lawyer who like supported Donald Trump's conspiracy theories. They called her the Kraken. You know, that hurt the reputation of Krakens worldwide. Jenna Powell or whatever. She the damage she did to the reputation of Krakens will take years to correct. They were like, release the Kraken. Yeah, why is there no X-Files Kraken episode? Seriously. Bigfoot, the Chupacabra, nothing about Kraken. Only seen in Pirates of the Caribbean. I forgot about learning chess and his affinity for like letting his clock run down to like 0.1 seconds. Yeah, so Pichu like spoilered me, but apparently learning chess isn't listening. Okay, first off, I don't think that c6 is black's best move here. That was like... Well, one of my biggest questions is like, okay, a6 instead of c6. Secondly, you know, even more extreme like b6. I don't know if that's possible. If you play c6, you can't fianchetto. Yeah, the weird move is, I think e5 is actually playable. But I don't know how good that is. The traditional approach is like c6, queen c7, and trying to play e5, but it's very slow. Farag Shandor did that against me. But anyway, okay, so c6, a4, a5, and then, yeah, I know about knight c4. I mean, this is the question, you know, the fork trick. For some reason, I thought like as far as these lines go, this is kind of like not that bad. Wow. Petre Nod, my friend from Romania. He's jonesing down at 2306. So white manages to keep like a very small edge there. But yeah, I agree with Pichu. I mean, probably black should play it. But apparently d5 is possible. Yeah, knight c4 is best. Black almost equalizes. C6 is like the traditional way of playing, but it's like it's very 80s, A6 and B6 are, and this is provocative as well, playing kind of Nimzovich. So I think you're two 80s here. I mean, I played the Pierce, man, in the 80s. This was like what we would have done 30 years ago, and it's playable, sure. But anyways, what else? I mean, you're in trouble after e5. All right. Any other challenges? One more game. One more game. Last game for today, and then we're gonna be back tomorrow on Kick with we're gonna do Kick Arena tournament. I need more followers on Kick. We're up to 56. We need to get to 75. One more challenge, boys and girls. Come on. Bring it on. Bring on the Kraken. But Krakens exist. I am in Hungary currently. I moved to the 13th district. Now I live in a nice district within walking distance of the Danube, but we got really loud construction my cross street here, and I can't even like open the window or anything. It's crazy. It's a very touristic part of the city now. Pichu, do you live in Budapest or in another part of Hungary? All right, anonymous player, last game. Number 13. I live in number 13. Number 13. My apartment number is 13, but my house number is 21. So it's kind of, I don't know if it's unlucky or lucky. Like my house number is blackjack, but my apartment number is like 13. So it's kind of weird. 13, 21, 13. That's my the combination lock to my bike lock. Now, anonymous player, what are you doing with exchanging on c6? So black can play d5 and achieve the ultimate, equalization. You just visited the House of Music. Oh yeah, of course. That's actually where I used to live. I used to live near the Varsliget, and it was right there. I mean, honestly, like we suffered through massive construction. The construction in the for 2 years, was crazy, and now I moved away. After going through like years of construction, they renovated parts of the city park. Now I moved, ironically. Bishop G5. 21, 13, 21. Don't steal my bike. One time I had this bike in college, which was just a piece of metal, and it was like broken down and it barely worked. And I never thought anyone would steal it. And I just like locked it to a sign like an idiot. Like that wasn't that high, and so they just like picked it up and took it away. Nice. Your girlfriend said I have no sense of direction. The other day, you know, in the Washington Post, I think there was an article by some woman, and I have nothing against women, but I try to be like fair. She wrote an editorial or some sort of article that men have lost their way. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, we need a woman to tell us that we've lost our way. Thank you very much. If if I want someone to show me my way, I'm going to ask a woman. I don't write articles telling women that they've lost their way. I mean, that's kind of weird, man. I'm sorry. I'm not like anti-feminist, but it was a bad dad joke. Ola, you didn't really leave your girlfriend? Men have lost their way. Oh, okay. All men, or just like Andrew Tate, or exactly like who are you talking about? Like, how does a woman get off writing an editorial telling men that they've lost their way? And here's how they can. And it was more to it. It was like, here's how they can find their way or something. Oh, okay. So just men are a problem, not women. Damn, dude. That's an arrogant. That's kind of an arrogant article to write, if you ask me. So not being a man, you know nothing of being a man. You obviously can help us to find our way. Okay. Maybe a man should set an example, for other men to follow, rather than a woman telling us how to be men. Anyway, that's my sexist take for today. 6:47. Like, how can someone who's not a man presume to be able to tell men how to be a man, or how they should be men, or whatever. It's kind of weird. I'm not going around telling women how to be women, although there are men who do that, and I think that's equally stupid. I don't know, man. Woke! The whole woke thing is out of control. The anti wokeism. Who made up the term woke anyway? It's just stupid. I'm totally not in support of this bullshit either, but All right. Anonymous player is just evil. I'm gonna unleash the Kraken here. For real this time. I mean, I wouldn't take it upon myself to assume to be able to tell the opposite sex how they should be or how to find their way. That's freaking arrogant. It's obviously not easy to be a man or a woman. It's not easy to be cheesy. It's not easy to exist in today's world. But I wouldn't presume to tell other people how to find their way, you know. I can teach people how to find their way in chess. That's my department. All right. Anyway, just randomly venting on stuff. What's up? Time to go. Last game. Anonymous player has plays too fast disease. Women and men are psychologically different enough to be claimed as two different species. Uh-huh. I do not take responsibility for Acerbate's controversial comments. I've never had to ban him. Yeah, he's been eating mushrooms again. Are there male and female mushrooms, Acerbate? He got into the mushrooms again. The mushroom locker. Mr. Coffee, what's the combination on the mushroom locker again? 1-800 Super Mario. The roommates are like, oh man, Acerbate got into the mushrooms again. Can I play d5? Would that be a good idea? Probably yes. Probably no. I think we should just let bygones be bygones here. Mushrooms have sex organs. Mushrooms are hermaphroditic. Anonymous player, you play too fast, man. I mean, I don't know what your normal time control is, but you're just not using enough time. How can you presume to give an IM like 5-1 time odds and maintain a good position? I've used 4 times as much time as you to consider my options. I think that that's the first problem, which is one of the things I really try to focus on here. The biggest issue I have, C3, was like online players is that they have bad time management skills because they've never played like over the board chess. The other thing that people fail to do is appreciate the difference between sudden death and time controls with increment. Until you've walked a mile in my shoes, right? . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . back on the other subject. All right. No. Anonymous player, you play like you're playing 3-0. And your level of play for like a 3-0 game is not bad, but you got to up the quality of play when you're playing this kind of time control where it's 7+5. One thing you can do is like compartmentalize and be like, all right, I have different approaches to different time controls. Whenever I say like how much I hate bullet chess, people are like, well, Magnus plays bullet. He's one of the best, blah, 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 blah. But what you don't understand is like Magnus, he has the ability to compartmentalize things. He's playing bullet, he's playing blitz, he's playing rapid, he's playing classical, and his handling of those time controls is different. He knows the difference. But very few people have the ability to do that. Asterbate doesn't even have time controls. He just has one speed. He's like even more basic. He just plays his speed, and that's it. It doesn't matter if it's like 30 minutes, 7, 3, 10, an hour, unlimited. He plays his moves in like 10 seconds, and that's it. It doesn't matter. That's like the minimum, the minimum amount of flexibility toward time management I've ever seen. Asterbate literally doesn't even look at the clock. I think he doesn't even look at the clock. Can you turn the clock off? Did I ask this question already, Mr. Coffee? Can you disable clock display? He's a one-speed bike. Do you guys... I remember when I was a kid, my aunt had a 3-speed bike, and I was at the beach for the summer, and I used to ride her bike. It was big for me, but it was funny. The 3-speed bicycle. Asper, you should upgrade to 3 speeds. Speaking of the Astermate, Slimy. Yeah, Anonymous Player is like clearly trying to win on time, it would appear. Dude, I mean, it's crazy. Like, you can't have an option to turn off the clock. That sucks. The other thing is, like, sizing it would be useful. Shocky, did you see, Mr. Coffee, were you here yesterday? Did you see what Shocky said? He said he posted my suggestion about having, like, the ability to rotate your knights. And people in the forum, like, freaked out. That's pretty funny. Can you imagine the trolls in the forum? Man, why does lichess need a forum? Forums are the worst. Literally the worst. I hate those guys and that just like post in every single topic. They have to be like building bombs in their mom's basements and stuff. It's crazy. What kind of like nutcase spends their whole day like posting on every single possible forum topic in a chess forum? I mean, I've heard of not having a life, dude, but that's seriously disturbing. Anonymous player, are you related to Ripunj Bansal by any chance? If I'm gonna vent on stuff today, the forum trolls, and the Chess Mood Chess Network, Check Raise Mate guys posting and Noel Studer with the the blog posts on the front page of lichess are just really cringy and commercial like, and I don't get it, you know. I thought the whole point of lichess was to not be commercial. Why do we have to have a picture of every single blog post has to have a picture of Bobby Fischer from Chess Network or whatever? If I see that again, I'm just gonna like puke. It's so like just anything to try to like grab attention. Another picture of Bobby Fischer. Okay. I don't have a problem with it, but they need to take it off the front page because it's just gross. I have an idea. Damn. He didn't play what I thought he would. If you scroll past the blogs, you can see the next Lance 5500 5+3 simultaneous, dude. I like your sense of humor, Shaki. Yeah, Shaki and I are on the same page with that. That's funny. There's a lot of things I would change, you know, about lichess, but I mean, I'm not just trying to complain. I know that like it's a free site and they have limited capabilities and stuff. I just think it's ironic. The point of the site is to be non-commercial. Yet there's constantly these guys like just trying to exploit their little opportunity to be commercial. They're so gross too. You get what you pay for. Front end loader. This is not what we wanted to have happen here. There could be some problems. Anonymous player, you have talent. You have talent. You have a really amazing talent. But you gotta like harness it and take your time. I'm a pretty decent player. I mean, I suck, but if you give me time mods, I'm gonna have a huge advantage, you know. I would never I would never post in the lichess forum anymore. There are just too many of these guys. I can't stand them. They just like post on everything you put in there. Shaki like tried to put a comment about. I'm serious. Like I'd like to be able to adjust my knights. Why do they have to point to the left? I know this sounds like a joke, right? But I mean, there are chess programs and stuff where you can totally like adjust the knights. Or you have more options or whatever, you know. Why do my knights have to point to the left? When I play over the board, I like to point my knights like facing forward. Why is that not an option here? Look at the guys, look at the piece board geometry 3D, all right? Again, it's like, it's, I know what it is. It's it's left leaning because lichess is a left leaning site. On If this was run by, like, Donald Trump, the knights would face to the right. If it had a more like libertarian slant, they would be facing like slightly right. But I mean, why do the knights have to face to the left? Like, I mean, seriously, what is it with that? Doesn't that bother anybody else? Is it just me that this bothers? I like them to point forward because they're going forward. You know, you stand like sideways and like move. When you go forward, do you like stand facing sideways and walk sideways like a crab or something? I don't know, man. Horrible me. Guys, I'm really stressed for time, but I'll try. All right. Oh, sorry. Try again, horrible me. Try again. I'm sorry. I really don't have time for this challenge, but he's like, please play me. It all makes sense. Oh, right, right. The Hungarian. Right, it all makes sense now. Go forward, not back, or whatever, in Hungarian. Um, I guess because I'm democratic leaning, I have my knights facing to the left. All right, now everything, yeah, now everything totally makes sense. You don't have enough games. You're not qualified, but all right. You seem like a nice guy. Yeah, one of their slogans about going forward. Nemhatra. Um, it isn't a meme. I'm serious. Why would it be the big deal to have adjustable knight placement? Like it was a real chessboard. Jeez, that's a lot to ask for. I know. In 21st century. Oh, I know people who do that, Shaki. They would do that. There's another thing that people do. All right, I noticed this. There are some players, and there are not many of them, but there is a certain small proportion of players who purposely place their pieces like not on the center of the squares to mess with the opponent's mind. I know it sounds like a conspiracy theory, but it's true. No, I can't play anybody else. That's a very bad exchange to trade on c3 unprovoked. But if you are playing an anally retentive opponent, all right, think about it for a minute. If you notice your opponent is like anally retentively making sure every piece is like perfectly placed in the center of the square, imagine the psychological effect of like putting your pieces like in the corners of the squares like all over the place and shit. It's gonna like drive them crazy. They'll have like a nervous breakdown. I'm pretty anal retentive that my pieces are fairly centered, but I'm not like crazy about it, you know. But it could be a very effective strategy if you want to like get inside, if you want to disturb your opponent and upset them psychologically. By the way, can you adjust the opponent's pieces during a game? Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, but only on your time. You're supposed to adjust on your time. Some people don't follow the etiquette. That's mandatory. The other thing is, oh, you've seen people do it. They purposely place the pieces off center. Yeah, if you notice your opponent is really anal retentive, I think it would be like a very good, albeit, you know, unsportsmanlike thing to do. I told you guys I also had this weird experience where I played another titled player who shall remain nameless. And we played in the Hungarian Team Championship in this kind of awkward match where it wasn't clear I was black and we're around the same rating, but you know, he's white and neither of us like knew whether the other player wanted to try to win or whether a draw would be okay. And we started to play the game with this kind of awkward feeling of like, I don't know if he would be accepting a draw or. And then he starts making his moves where he's like placing the pieces like a little not in the center of the squares, you know? And I began to have this like weird feeling that it was some kind of secret sign, like a Illuminati, like if you place the pieces on the first 10 moves like off center, it means like you're offering a draw. It's like a secret sign. I was like, wait a minute, I didn't get the memo on this. You mean to tell me that like if you, I never knew that. It's like crazy, dude. Secret Grandmaster like secret Grandmaster code for I offer a draw in the opening is like you place the pieces on like off-centered positions for the first 10 moves. And if the opponent, you know, doesn't offer a draw, then you like adjust them all back to normal and you never had to like, you know, offer a draw. So your teammates don't think you're a chicken and stuff like that. Jim is here. No, I thought it was Jim. I need glasses. I gotta go, guys. It's late. Wow, I mean, horrible like me seems pretty not horrible. Pretty much not horrible should be your name. And no spoilers. Horrible's 1592. You're playing like Karpov, dude. You're fearlessly playing perfect chess like Karpov. That's making me a little stressed out right now. I'm just being paranoid, right? I really shouldn't have accepted this challenge against an account that has like no games. I normally have a rule in place not to accept games against players who have less than 100 games because they tend to cheat or abandon the game or other like weird stuff. There was a suggestion of 95, but I don't like people to make suggestions during the game. Should I resign? No. Okay, I won't resign. Does this work? Horrible just plays too fast. He's actually not horrible. It's a theme. It's an ongoing theme. Almost everyone does it. This is lichess.org, correct? Kraken.com. Wait, that's a crypto site, probably. Nedog, you don't have an account on lichess? Unleash the Kraken. You guys think he's 1592? That's a pretty sus 1592. To be honest. And this time, dude? Yeah, I've seen enough. Not interested. Why do I have to waste my time? Seriously. Why do I have to waste my time playing computers, you know? Like, I don't understand what these people are thinking. It's just unbelievable. I just, like, literally wasted my time. I have to go, guys. I love playing computers who pretend to be 1500s. I gotta go, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow night. We're gonna host a 5+3 tournament. No, sorry. We're gonna host rapid tournament on lichess. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow night. Rapid Arena tomorrow night. We're gonna be streaming on kick.com/sladgy. Unbelievable. 94% accuracy from a 1500. Yeah. Nice knowing you. Thanks for wasting my time. Bye-bye.